guys, so today is a special day and I wanted to make sure that I will write something on my journal. My journal is very simple and I just wanted to write the things that I'm grateful for and the things that I've been feeling and the things that I am happy about. So today I'm gonna be answering questions from my students. So this is gonna be my 30th birthday Q&A session. So I ask my students if they have questions that they're really curious about me, and they sent me really interesting questions. So that's what we're going today. I will have to answer them even if how hard it is to answer them. So let's start with okay, let's start with Jean. Okay, Jean asked, why did you want to teach English to students? So I've never thought of teaching English before online. I'm teaching ESL English online, if you are new to my channel and you didn't know that. And it never came to me before, but at that time I was in my lowest point of life and I was really struggling to cope with something personal. And then I met someone through another friend and she encouraged me to do something that would help me focus on myself more. And then she introduced me to teaching, and I'm very grateful for that. And that is, I think, the best decision I've ever made in my life. So, and also, after starting, I figured that I'm really happy while teaching. It gave me something that I could never explain, but it makes me happy. And there's this joy of sharing your knowledge with your students, and not in just the language English. It's there are many things that we talk about with my students, about life, about everyday things that we encounter, and it's amazing. It's like you're building relationships with other people around the world, specifically Korea and Japan. So yeah, that's why I'm happy. That's the reason why I teach English until now. Okay, so let's go to the next question from Wona. When you start to work on a drawing, how does the idea come up in your mind? Actually, it's very random. It's hard to explain as well. You really give interesting questions, guys. For example, I'm just scrolling out on YouTube or on Google, or I may encounter something, a picture or a quote, then ideas will just pop up on your mind, and you will have that feeling of itch that you really want to create something out of that thing. And that's how an art is born, I think. Is there a way to keep creative? I don't think that an artist is 100% creative every day and every time. We all have those art blocks, and I'm not like a real artist, but I experienced those too. And this past few months I've been on an art block. It means that I can't force myself to create something, paint something, and then just suddenly, boom, then there's this idea and there's that feeling that you want to make something, and then I made this. Yeah, so it's like a flow of something, like a water. Sometimes there's drought, there's not much water in there, and there's sometimes it overflows and you don't know how to create something, you're in a rush. It changes every time. Next, could you share your know-hows to speak confidently and fluently? I'm not always confident and I'm not always fluent. My English is not perfect, but I want to share it to students and I want them to learn and practice to improve their English more. Sometimes I struggle as well because, you know, when you're teaching random students, you will have this little girl or little boy that you have to slow down, and then suddenly the next student would be an advanced student who speaks really well, and then you struggle to transition your speed, you struggle to transition your accent or something. So sometimes it's not perfect as well, but all you have to do is feel comfortable. I think it's the mindset. You have to think that, of course, you have to respect who are you talking to, if it's a teacher or professional or something. But I always tell my students, everybody, that when you talk to someone like a foreign person, you just have to be comfortable and think of them like a friend. Then that way you won't feel nervous, and the thoughts and ideas that you have in your mind will come out smoothly, if you know what I mean. You will be able to share what you want to share or what you want to say. So yeah, it's first things first, confidence. Second is comfort. English is, should I say, hard sometimes. English is easy sometimes. If you are comfortable, the flow will just go there. Yeah, I don't know if I'm explaining everything well. Next, gaining knowledge isn't everything of learning. Other than knowledge, what do you think as the most important thing or skill we should learn in life? Or skills, should I say. I think the most important thing for me is learn from your mistakes. If we're talking about life, of course, it's learn from your mistakes. Of course, you will experience highs and lows, and when you are down there, like at the bottom pit of something, you know, you have to learn from your mistakes. Like, you have to know, okay, where did I go wrong? Did I do something? And what can I do to improve that? What can I do to learn more about that thing? And the last part of that is, I think, what can I achieve from that? So if you learn from your mistakes, you try to improve that, and then when you improve, then you can do better. Then that's the time you can achieve something from that mistake. It's like a win-win thing, you know. At first you feel like you're lost, but at the end of the day you will feel like, oh, I learned something and I achieved something from that. I think that's the great advice. And also, I think number one is, I talked with one of my students about this. I think it's something that kids and everybody should learn from school as well. It's how you handle reality of life. You know, school trains you, what do you want to do in the future? It's like the pathway is set from that standard, where you are going, what you want to do. It's kind of listed already. But when you enter adulthood, there will be times that you don't know what to do, so you have to learn the reality of life. You have to learn multitasking in whatever you do. It's, don't focus in one goal or don't focus in one path. The world is too big for you to explore, so I think everybody should learn that. Okay, next question. I don't know if I'm making any sense. Okay. Tutoring students, were there any moment in which you suddenly realized how much you like teaching? Okay, so we all know that oh, there's a motorcycle. Okay. When you are teaching online or you're doing freelancing job online, you know, VA and other things that you can find online, we all know that we earn a little bit higher than a normal employee out there. Well, everybody's doing a good job with their job, but you know, it's a reality. We earn a little bit higher. But that's not the thing. When you are really doing the job and you love what you do, you will feel happy every day. Even though you are exhausted, you're working longer hours. It's not because you just want to earn a lot more. It's because you are enjoying it. That's the most important thing, I think. You are happy in what you do. That's the thing I learned this past few years, actually. That yes, you achieve something. It's not like the highest achievement, but you achieved something, you did something good. But the thing is, are you happy? You have to answer that question. And I think most of the time I'm the happiest when I'm teaching and when I'm talking to people that I care about, my students, when I'm talking to my kids, students, adult students, everybody. I can't even explain the feeling. I always tell people about this, you know, you have to be happy in what you do. Okay, next. How do you self-reflect to improve your skills in any area? You know, when you did not something bad, you will feel that, oh, I think I didn't do great in this aspect, and you will realize that, and then you have to figure out how can you improve that. Maybe if you need to practice, then you have to practice that often more, read more about that thing, watch tutorials if you need to, and find ways to improve yourself. And then the next time you do a lesson, or the next time you do meet that student, or if you struggle to answer something, go back to that student or go back to that person and give the right answer that you think is better than the previous one that you gave. That is just an example. But what I'm saying is, you have to find ways to improve yourself. You have to accept that you're not perfect, you're not that good, but you're doing better after that. You're doing something to improve that. Okay. This is quite hard, guys. Okay. From Sue, what do you want to do after the pandemic? Of course, travel. I want to visit Korea. I want to see you guys. That's the thing that I really want to do after the pandemic. If you want to draw something for this year spring, what will you draw? Sunflowers? I think I'm into flowers lately. Many people says that yellow is a symbol of happiness. I think it reflects. I'm into painting sunflowers more. Oh, the noise outside. It's almost midnight, but it's still noisy. When you do art, when you do crafts, when you do something, it shows your feelings most of the time. When you're interested about something, you do something related to that. So I think the reason why I'm into sunflowers is it reflects the brightness. That's too noisy. It reflects brightness, it reflects happiness, it reflects beauty, you know. Sunflowers who are in full bloom are giving you that vibe of happiness. So maybe that's the reason why I like to paint flowers. But I'm gonna try to paint other flowers in the near future for the spring. Okay. What is the helpful maxim to you? Actually, I asked her, what is maxim? I didn't know that. See? I teach English, but I don't know everything. Sometimes students will tell me about something and then I would realize, oh, I didn't know that. So sometimes teaching is also give and take. They teach you something, you teach them something. Anyway, let's answer that question. Maxim is a quote or a message or a saying. It actually changes. It depends to how I feel or what I learned that day, or was there a situation or a person who gave me some impact during that day or event, you know. So it depends. Like a while ago I was stitching up some mental health quotes that I'm helping my best friend to build up for her project, and I saw a quote that she sent me today, which was really, really good. I'm gonna share it to you. I'm just gonna read it. I think it's from an Instagram from Maxim Magalona. I didn't realize that. Okay, let's read it. Forgive yourself for not knowing better at the time. Forgive yourself for giving away your power. Forgive yourself for past behaviors. Forgive yourself for the survival patterns and traits you picked up while enduring trauma. Forgive yourself for being who you needed to be. My camera died and I didn't know where did I stop. So like what I was saying, I added a quote, your feeling is valid. Every feeling is valid. So you have to be aware of what you are feeling and do something about it. Talk to people. And yeah, that's it for the mental health. And another one as my favorite is like, as I do some arts because I'm not like really good artist. I still think I need to improve more and practice more, but I always have this saying on my mind that you are the artist of your own life. Be your own creation. Put colors, put shapes on your life. Everything is your choice. It's like your happiness is your choice as well. And choose happiness, guys. Choose joy. Choose self-love. If you love yourself enough, then you would be able to give more love to the people around you. And I think I can say that I'm doing that now, and I'm happy about that. And yeah, that's the last question for our birthday Q&A. And today I turned 30 years old. I can't believe it. I was scared to death, like I'm 30, but I'm happy. I'm 30, but I learned so many things these past few years. I've matured and I have these special people around me who loves me back. Oh, by the way, there's another saying that I always say. It's okay to say no. It's okay to say no to people who you don't matter to. It's okay to remove people in your life that are toxic, guys. And I'm very thankful that I have my loving family. I have my loving friends. I don't care whether they're here, they see me or not. We don't have to meet each other every day. It's just that you know that they are there. And I have this wonderful group of students that are special to me, and I'm very thankful to them. And I love my job. I love my side hustle, which is the stationery shop. I love painting and I love everything that I do, and I'm so blessed. I thank God for that. And after all the things that I've been through, my friends always tells me this, that you survived and now you glow. And I think they're right. Yeah. Thank you so much for everything, guys. Yeah, and there are some noises there, so I have to say bye. And I hope you enjoyed this video and you learned something. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and that would help me a lot. And see you on the next video. Bye.